Alright, let's start with the stagecoach as usual, though yeah, there isn't really anything interesting. I mean, unless something extraordinary happens and there is like a character of level 6 for some reason, I don't think I'm ever hiring anyone in this playthrough anymore, so hopefully at least. So really shouldn't be necessary. Anyway, what do we have? Not a lot, actually. No boss fights yet. So I don't really want to do level 1 missions anymore. Which means I should go for random level 3 missions. Maybe any, like, decent rewards or something. I don't see anything that decent. Could go for level 5. Actually, that's not a problem. I could, yeah. I think what I should do, though, I should go for some long mission. And just to get the most XP out of it. At least I assume it will give more XP. There are like no events. Okay, there is an event. Caregivers Convention. Is that the one where you get a lot of Vestals? Oh, there is fresh air in the tunnels. For one of them. But level 5 though. Can I do level 5 realistically? I don't actually have a lot of people of level 5. But there are some. I could try. Definitely you go out, that's for sure, and let's start with level 3 though. I'll just do some maybe a long mission like that. Probably medium actually, should probably go for the ruins first. There is also a thing from the stars there. Yeah, probably should just get them all to level 5 first. I'm not sure why do I not get any more bosses yet. Like, surely level 5 should be enough, no? Is it actually level 6 that you need to reach to start spawning level 5 bosses? Well, anyway, let's start with ruins. Maybe get it to level 5, hopefully, and then we'll see. So for this one, you know what? Let me actually try out the setup that I kind of wanted to try before, and it would involve Bounty Hunter. So here's the idea. I don't know if it will work well. I'll explain the setup, but first let me get leper, I guess. Not a big fan of that. Yeah. Well, you are better, technically. A lot of questionable stuff, though. You are decent, though, surprisingly. And some random Vestal. Maybe get one more Vestal to level 5, actually. This should be good enough. This is probably preferable. And then the last spot is either Houndmaster or it's Highwayman. They're both, like, pretty similar, honestly. Something like this. If it's Highwayman, then I think it actually should be at position 3 instead. The Fierce. That's the first time, or the second time after the K9 squad that I got one of the named compositions. I do think it's better on position 2, on position 3 though. Well, not necessarily. But the main idea is using marked ability, and this will be a different setup in terms of skills. It's not necessarily for it to be. It's not necessary for it to be leper. You could potentially go with Men at Arms, which also will be fine. Like, in terms of mobility and in terms of like flexibility, this is probably better. And Houndmaster could also be set in instead of Highwayman. But honestly, in terms of just victory chance and in terms of just doing stuff, I feel like Leper is better in this type of squad. So here is the skill setup that I'm thinking about. First of all, Leper exchanges the Purge for self-buff, the Revenge. Or at least I should see how much better it gets. Yeah, it's decently enough better. So that's the idea. He gets this thing, and also, I guess, other things as well. Chop, for example, and then some Solemnity, why not? And then, I probably will not really need that. I'll get 1 level of this skill. Leveling it seems like a waste anyway. So, yeah. So he goes for this. Then for my highwayman, it's definitely pistol shot. Pistol shot is like the whole point. Yes. Then the rest is not that relevant overall. He needs something to be able to attack position 1 enemy. And there is really not much. Now that I'm thinking about it, Houndmaster is probably better. Well, whatever. This is fine. So, yes, give him back to me. So he needs the skill that allows him to mark people. Which one was that? Oh, he didn't have mark skill. That was also Houndmaster. God damn it. I don't like it much then. I'll go with it though. I'll go with it for now. But yeah, I'm not that big of a fan in that case. I think Houndmaster would be better in the setup in that case. Regardless though, you do get like maybe Grape Shot. There's a lot of pointless stuff that I don't really care about. Mainly it would just be using pistol shots anyway. I guess I should take like 1 open vein to be able to attack position 1 enemies. And that's about it. I don't care about Grape Shot really, but I guess I might as well just level it up. And then what? Where are you? Okay, so you go with the same setup pretty much, and then Vestal also goes with the same setup. Do you have everything leveled? Yep. And now Bounty Hunter, so unfortunately I'll have to use a different setup. I actually do like those skills, but for this particular idea, it will have to be set up differently. So I need the main idea is to use the skill with a huge damage bonus against marked. And then for the skill to work consistently, you also need Come Hither to be able to pull them into your range from last positions and then mark them and then hit them a lot. And you have to use Mark for Death, especially now that I've learned that apparently Highwayman can't mark stuff. So that means that if you are not using Houndmaster, you kinda need to mark stuff consistently. With Bounty Hunter, at least be able to, so that's a thing. And then there is only 1 slot left, and there are a lot of good skills. It's not Finish Him. It's probably not Caltrops. I do like all of them, but I can only take 1. It probably will just be Flashbang then. It's either Flashbang or it's an Uppercut. They're both good. I'm not sure. I'll just go with Flashbang. So, yeah, and just level it. And just level it more. Definitely damage skill. Does this do much? It actually debuffs for protection. Yeah, this is decent. And this increases the chance of it working. So this is also good. And then just get better Flashbang, I guess. Yeah, and that's about it. What about the upgrades on your weaponry? Vestal is set. You also get some. You also get some. Okay, do I need any stress relief? Not really. Not really. So, okay, look. Here's the idea for the squad. The point is that I think, at least on the current difficulty level, I can pretty reliably clear any map. Like, I will just need some more maybe protection trinkets, and maybe sometimes things go extremely badly, and I might lose maybe people, or maybe I'll need to run from the dungeons. But overall, in like 99 point something% of the cases, I will be able to clear any dungeon. I should be able to, reliably, at this point. Which means that when we're talking good or bad, what does that actually mean? What makes squad good? If I can win anyway, what difference does it make? So the difference is, the main difference is, the main thing that differs between different runs is my ability to consistently kill bosses. And for example, for this run, there are no bosses, but there are two encounters that can still be counted as boss encounters. It's Thing from the Stars, and it's a Shambler, potentially. So the main difference between the runs is just encountering those two things and being able to beat them. So basically, what makes Squad good is being able to do it, and what makes Squad bad at this point is not being able to do it. So the only thing that I should really think about when setting up my people, well, aside from just dying randomly to run random fights, which shouldn't happen, hopefully, is just being able to beat those two encounters. And the idea is, well, I don't need Come Hither, most likely, for those encounters specifically. But yeah, the idea is that I just mark them. I buff myself with Leper on the first turn with Revenge, most likely, though it doesn't need to happen, but maybe. And then we just go to town. That's a lot of damage, potentially. The main problem is it will be worse against protected targets. Yes. But it's a lot of damage from abilities that deal bonus damage against marked. And if I'm using Houndmasters instead of the Highwayman, it's just that I only have one of them and he's almost level 5, so I'll not be able to do that for long, just for one mission, whenever I want to. But yeah, so the Houndmaster can actually also deal more damage versus marked, though his basic damage is pretty low. And also he has an ability that marks target, any target at that, and he also debuffs it for protection. So ideally, I would like to start with this guy, actually mark someone, and then we go to town on that target. Maybe after like one round of preparation, but this marking stuff doesn't really come into play in normal fights anyway. That's not the point. Like, I don't think I will be doing any marking whatsoever in just random fights. I would just much rather kill some easier target than just mark someone. That's not really the point. It's strictly against Think from the Stars and Shambler, if we encounter them. And also, what makes Houndmaster more interesting for this particular goal in this setup is that I can save dog treats for later in case I encounter those fights. So I can just get them with me, along with anti-venoms, along with bandages, just until the very end of the dungeon, pretty much. And if I encounter a fight like that, an actual difficult fight, then I use them. If I don't, I just lose some money that I could have taken out of the dungeon instead of those dog treats that will stay with me basically until the very end. But, you know, losing some money is not really that big of a problem at this point in the game. So, yeah, well, I've talked enough about this. So let's set up some things. I'm not comfortable with losing so many good skills. Well, we'll see how it works. We'll see. Ideally, I would like to test this setup against some actual strong enemy. Again, Think from the Stars or Shambler. And then see if I need to do some adjustments, but we'll see. I could exchange Leper for Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms has like one debuff, this one, that works when enemy is marked. They receive like crits plus 5%. Yes, but Leper can output ridiculous amount of damage. A ridiculous amount of damage, and I'm not sure this is better. Even though it synergizes better, even though he can like move around the battlefield better. At least he has a rampart that allows him to propel himself forward. Yes, it's very convenient, but getting a ridiculous amount of damage with Leper is also convenient. So, I don't know. I'll test out something like that anyway. So, you need some protection, especially if I'm going with a skill that will increase damage taken. He'll need some protection. So, it will be, I guess, just boots, probably. Then Leper, not Leper, the Bounty Hunter. Oh, first of all, let's unequip, actually. So, boots. Then probably not surgical gloves. Well, I don't actually need to mark them immediately, necessarily. It doesn't really matter who goes first. That's the weird part about it. Because I'm really starting to deal damage only starting from turn 2. And turn 1 is mostly just preparation. But I guess it would be better if my Bounty Hunter goes first. Nah, well, I can't really do much about that. He also needs some protection, so I will have to do something like this. And then Highwayman will get Crescendo Box, I suppose. So they will have equal speed. It's not really a problem, though. I'll just lose like one turn of pistol shot sometimes. I'll lose some extra damage versus marked, but I'm not really using marked, as I mentioned, in most boss fights, so whatever. And also, that's a very like damage-heavy setup. I am using Ancestral Scroll. I would like to use another healing item, but Seer Stone needs to happen. So it's either my Highwayman uses it. It's either this, or I can make my healing a bit weaker. Well, with level 4 Vestal, it should be good enough, honestly. But maybe if my Vestal is level 3, I should have 2 healing items, actually. Well, something like that. Something like that would be the setup. That's the idea. And yeah... Oh, you. Okay. You just get something... Something to help you hit better. Honestly, even Sun Ring is good enough, I suppose. Just damage and accuracy, yeah. Is it better than Surgical Gloves? This is crit and accuracy. Yeah, I'd say damage is probably better than random crit. Also, minus move resist might be a bit of a problem. Okay, something like this. So let's go for Ruins, Medium Mission, Explore Mission, and some random stuff that I don't really care about. I will use all of the food. I will use 4 shovels, 5 keys, couple more medicinal herbs, 3 holy water, 4 anti-venom, 4 bandage, about 13-ish torches, and that's about it. That's a bit of an overkill in terms of especially bandages and anti-venoms, but there is no real reason to save money at this point. I have enough money. I can sell a lot of trinkets if I want to. I think that's it. Yep, let's go.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now.
Battle, no battle, no battle. Okay. Well, I'll clear the left path first, I suppose. This is a garbage fight. Okay, I'll need to get accustomed to the setup. I see. How much damage do you do? That's a lot of damage, actually.
Obliterated. Annihilated. Eradicated. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Books. I will need to use books. Medicinal herbs. Okay. Okay. I mean, there were some random encounters before with those curios, so maybe. Let's use you for books, I suppose. Stressfaster. Whatever. Mainly I'm just doing it for maps, honestly, with books. It's aside from maps, I'm not really hoping for anything else. What is this? Holds ashes of the departed. Well. Okay. Works for me. Probably will just discard Citrin as usual, though. Battle number 1. Ignore Fusilier probably. Kill the Cutthroat. I can get one of them closer, but I don't really need to. Like, even in this kind of fight, I don't really want to mark him, honestly. I can mark him, but I can just kill him. Like, that's, there is no point. It's honestly just for the thing from the stars, Shambler encounter. Otherwise, we just do normal attacks pretty much, and it will almost always be better than doing anything extravagant. What's the debuff? Bleed resist. That's a decent amount of bleed. Ideally, we kill them though. How about that idea? That's 70% chance to stun, by the way. Okay, I can kill him sometimes though. What about Grape Shot?
Diminished.
Like this. AoE heal, please.
Momentary abatement.
And then I can just Solemnity for now.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
The main idea is you do come hither, and then we kill him in the melee. And that's the other problem, right? If he does come hither and pulls someone in, then unless it was at position 4 initially and got to position 2 after that, I cannot actually hit it after that with my Highwayman, because it cannot target position 1. I can only do that with Open Vein, but it doesn't get any benefit from the marking targets, so yeah, it should be Houndmaster, honestly. It just should be.
Give them no quarter.
There are a lot of benefits to having Houndmaster instead in this kind of setup.
Triumphant pride precipitates
Citron is not happening.
fall.
It's not happening. Just discard it. What was this one? Medicinal herbs. Okay. Just gold. Definitely will need to throw away something, yes. Torches, probably. Yeah, I guess I would not need that many torches anymore. Yeah, sure. Who are you? Bone Commander? The hell? I'm not killing him, so the best thing to do would be to probably... Can I, like, stun him? Sometimes. Can I hit the last position? Yes, with pistol shot I can. It will probably be enough to kill him, honestly. So maybe just try to stun the big guy instead. Like this. Can you kill him? Maybe. Good. Well. Cannot really get to the Bone Veteran. Can you clear the corpse? Probably not. Just AoE heal then. It's okay. There's nothing for the leopard to do, unfortunately. How about, like, doing revenge then? Oh, it's for the whole battle. Oh. Interesting. That's pretty good, actually. What are you doing with your life? Grape Shot? Grape Shot is okay. Can do Tracking Shot, potentially. Maybe kill the veteran. Actually, no. Just do Grape Shot. You're not doing anything in particular. Just do Judgment then. Probably should have cleared the corpse instead, actually. Whatever. So... I don't really have anything else to do in particular. I think he will close in by himself. I don't really need to do anything special. Can mark him, I suppose. Ground pound. Not very effective. Oh, and you cannot use revenge anymore. Okay, I see. That answers my question on whether it's stackable or not. Apparently not. Yeah. Not a lot of damage, actually. Well, he has some protection, I suppose. That's the main reason. There is a lot of damage overall, though. If we just take the whole squad, that is a lot of damage.
The greater the glory.
What do I not need? I don't need busts. But really, though, I really don't need them, I think. I might just ignore them. I don't really care. I can use firewood. It's a bit too early for that. I think I'll just ignore them, honestly. Same thing, kinda. I have enough of this stuff. I can always get more. There are still like a lot of missions that I still need to do. And I don't really need a lot of upgrades. Like, I can upgrade a lot of buildings, but most of them are not really... do not give me anything, pretty much. Like those, church upgrades, for example. What's the point? Like, I'll get a bit more efficient in terms of spending gold if I upgrade them? I don't know. Doesn't really matter anymore. So, yeah. The main things that I need are just deeds, some crests, but I already have a lot of crests and a lot of other stuff that I can just transform into deeds or crests if I really need to. Long story short, I don't really see much of a point in getting those heirlooms back anymore.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
One more battle, but not immediately though. Use the torch immediately.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Probably should get more medicinal herbs with me, honestly. At least like 4 of them or something. It is pretty common to use them. What can I use the confession booth? Holy water? Well, I will try to use some things randomly. If it like gets rid of some quirks, I don't know if I care about them. Maybe you? Obsessed, obsessed. Yeah, I guess. Maybe you. Holy water? Well, anti-venom. Just because I have a lot of anti-venoms. I know. That doesn't make any sense, I know. Holy water. Just distresses. Okay. Gargoyle. That's random. So in fights like this, well, we need to get the Enchantress if we can. But in fights like this, the best idea, honestly, would be just to hit them. But then, like, I really need to get rid of the Enchantress. That's all I need to do in this fight. Can we kill her? Okay, then Leper maybe. I don't care about everyone else, honestly. Stress is the only thing that matters for the squad. I should have enough healing to get me through it anyway. And I'll be able to heal the bleed, poison damage, because I do get my anti-venoms and bandages with me until the very end, pretty much. So yes, exactly this kind of thing is the stress thing is the only thing that actually matters. Just hit one of them.
Their formation is broken.
Can we kill the Enchantress, please? Probably not. Yep. Well, I tried. Dodge is good. What about Grape Shot? Is it good enough? Sometimes.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Is this enough? Yep.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I do want gold, but I don't think it's better than this stuff. Gold is like surprisingly not as important anymore. There's a lot of, for example, like those quirks that I can get rid of, but I really don't need to. I really don't need to. Like none of those is really worth it to remove, just for the sake of completion pretty much. Food maybe? I can just use firewood, honestly, at this point. I don't really mind it. Okay, let's use firewood, I guess. No, I should use it at the very end, probably. Just to get some stress relief. I don't like skipping it. I think I should get rid of medicinal herbs. Actually, you know what? Just food. Just food. For now, it will be like this. I can just do for my firewood, I can just do the small portions, and it should be fine. Yes. Should get one more bottle of holy water, by the way, in the future. With me. Ignore? Just ignore. Okay.
Watch your step.
Well, not surprised at least. Thanks for that. I really would like to do something with the Enchantress, so maybe try to get her closer. Just Grape Shot, I think. And Leper will just try to one-shot her. I do actually need some healing, so let's start getting to it. And I'm just banking on the Leper being able to one-shot. Well, he needs to hit. That's actually not that big of a chance overall, but okay, worked out. Not a catastrophe anyway, even if he missed. It's really just some stress that I would need to deal with later, but not that big of a deal. Can kill this guy potentially, but then I also need to get one of those gargoyles a bit closer somehow. Well, you kill the gladiator. Since you don't really have any other targets anyway. Heal? Just target heal. I'll do come hither then. But yeah, probably should have done it for this gargoyle. Then it would end up at position 2. Regardless though. This is exactly the kind of fight of which I've talked about before. Like, it doesn't really matter. Whatever I'm doing there, I'm always ending up at the same position in the very end. I will be fully healed. I might like be a bit more stressed if I do it inefficiently. But otherwise, it doesn't really matter. Those fights are automatic pretty much. They should be at least. Unless I get really unlucky. But even then, specifically this fight should never be a problem. Maybe I should use firewood at this point. What do we get? I don't really care. Do I? I don't think so. Can use firewood at this point, but not immediately, apparently. Whatever, just ignore it for now. Shambler. I will... So I'll need one torch. I'll need one torch at the very end. Bone Spearman. Well then. Grape Shot? Can you one-shot the noble? Actually, sometimes. Okay. That seems good enough. Well, double hit maybe for the Spearman. So, Shambler. How about that? Should I go for it immediately? Probably not. So, if I remember correctly... Cannot even tracking shot him. Can grape shot, I suppose. If I remember correctly, it reduces your torch to 0. Temporarily, at least. But the important part is that... it doesn't really matter at what torch level I get to it, right? It will still be 0 in the battle itself. So therefore, I can actually explore the rest of the dungeon and then return. And it will be the same thing pretty much anyway. Heal, please. Yes, please. Also, yes, please. Medicinal herbs. Is it like worth 800 gold? I don't think so anymore. I think 800 gold is better. And I just need to remember that I need one torch by the end of it. It's important. Oh, a trap. Yeah, so the torch level doesn't matter. Even if I get very low by the end of it, it will still be fine. Will I have enough food? Probably. Hopefully.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Is that my last torch? Yes. The question is... Okay, that's good. That answers the question. I might like need 2 torches potentially still in this dungeon. So I would like to save this second torch as well for now. Hello. Are you surprised? Nope. Ah, not a good start. You'll probably be able to kill the noble. Or not. So, try to flashbang him then. Not back. I don't want him to get back. Just Dazzling Light then, whatever. Yeah, I can actually use Dazzling Light still. To get a bit more torch. That is relevant. So much stress. That's all because of my stress trinkets, obviously. But yeah, not pleasant though. Try to stun him again and then get him a bit closer. Like this. So ideally, you just... kill the conscript, I think. No, not exactly. Just don't want any more crits to happen. Heal? Actually, just do Dazzling Light. Kill this guy, get some torch, something like that. And you hopefully just one-shot this one. then flashbang. Okay, that might be good enough still. What about this pistol shot? Not exactly. Heal.
A momentary abatement.
And then it doesn't really matter what you do. Calamity, I suppose. Uh-huh. Just flashbang again. Should have come hither, I suppose. I can't actually kill him, wow. Well, my fault, I should have used a different ability for it. Let's buff then. Okay, let's do reinforcements. No reinforcements, really.
Remind yourself that overconfidence
175. I'll just ignore it for now. I can't really get rid of anything else aside from firewood. But I should use this firewood right before the Shambler fight, probably. So yeah, I think for now that would be it. I can't really sacrifice anything else. Do I use one more torch? I don't know. Not surprised. That's unfortunate. Can we get a turn before the Enchantress? Flashbang? Okay. Ow. Ow. If you can just kill her, that would be ideal. No. What about Grape Shot? No. What about the Judgment? Good. Still need to kill those gargoyles as well, though. Don't really like those crits at all. Probably should just Grape Shot, honestly. You cannot really kill it. Well, you can stun it at least. That is also something. Kill the gladiator. And then there are only gargoyles. So I'll use Come Hither, I guess. You know, actually having Purge for this leper would be quite useful in this particular squad. I would need to sacrifice Solemnity then, which I could do. I could do that. Not sure if I should though. Just do a Grape Shot.
A singular strike.
Okay, if you can just kill it, then kill it. If you can, then whatever. We're just continuing then. Fine. Fine, fine. Yeah, I can... this damage is not a problem. I can deal with that. Let's just finish the fight. Random food. Can just hit it. Ignore the citrine. What is this? What do I do with that? Do I hit it with a shovel? Let's hit it with a shovel. Nope. Keys? Nope. Anti-venom? Nope. Bandages? Nope. Well, even if it's a torch thing, I'm not using it. I actually do need my torches, so just use it normally then. Oh. Plus dodge, plus protection. For my leper, maybe. I can use my buff and then it will be somewhat relevant. So I cannot really use it with holy water anymore. The problem is it might get worse for you if you do that, but I still will risk it, I suppose. Yeah. Is that just it? Okay, that's just it. You just get more stress and that's it. Okay. There is the idea of just going back right now. Can I get some more scouting? I'm not sure. It actually might be better to just go back and fight the Shambler. Because this is relatively predictable. While if I do more fights, it can very easily become unpredictable. My Highwayman might get to stress level 100. And then, you know, it can just go very badly all of a sudden. So I think I am actually just returning for the Shambler at this point. Where's the trap? Because for now, at least, I do know what state I will be in if I go back. I can use one torch, by the way. I just need one more. And I will be doing a camp right before the fight itself. Still have some bandages, some anti-venoms. Not sure if I'll need them. A lot of slots that I can free. Not the most efficient use of slots, but I think at this point in the game it's actually okay. I don't really need either money or heirlooms anymore. Not that much anyway. Yeah. Another like man-at-arms bonus that I would get if I would use him instead of Lepa is that those camps before the boss fights would actually be quite a bit better. But it only matters for Shambler fight. For Thing from the Stars it appears suddenly. For the Shambler you can prepare, yes. But that's the only one. So use firewood. Get the best... oh, actually, I can use Feast even. That's good enough. Why not? I do need Sanctuary or Bandit Sense. Well, Bandit Sense is... Is it better, by the way? Not really. It's kind of irrelevant. Okay, whatever. And then what? Clean guns? Probably. That's actually a lot of damage. Is Shambler size 2? I actually forgot. Reflection. I'm not sure. It should probably be... So, who is my, like, main damage dealers? You probably should actually get more damage, yes. You might actually use grape shots. The reason why I shouldn't potentially buff Highwayman specifically is because he's pretty stressed at this point. And if he gets Affliction at some point, he might become pretty useless in the fight. You know, I think the right play there, actually, is to do Clean Guns and then do Double Encourage. Like this. I think this is actually a correct use of my time. Potentially, honestly, could have even forget about Sanctuary. Oh, you get full torch. Interesting. Okay, I don't really care though. Let's do the Shambler fight. Yeah, let's go. Anything else? No, not really. Let's go. Yeah, he is size 2.
Behold the infinite malignity.
How are you surprised? How are you still surprised? Come on. Mark for death. Let's start with marking, yes. It also debuffs for minus protection. That is good. And then, well, you need to move forward. You can actually revenge for now. I will move you forward with my other troops. Like with you, for example. I do need my Lepa in the front line, at least at position 2.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
That's a lot of damage from Blight. I do not need to undo it immediately. I actually can ignore it for now. I do need to get my leper back. This needs to happen. Bounty Hunter can stay at position 1. It's not really that big of a problem. Yeah, and I suppose in the Shambler fight, you will get surprised. Oh, I can actually come hither it. Sometimes even successfully. So yeah, if you just get like randomly moved around the board, maybe Man at Arms is better because he can actually... Yeah, but Leper can just buff himself on the turn 1. That's also decent. Well, anyway, let's... Come hither doesn't really do that much, but I cannot really kill those things. But I can Grape Shot them. Can you use Grape Shot from position 4? No, you can't. Only Pistol Shot. So it will be a Pistol Shot towards the Shambler, most likely. Then just start working on those things. Or, actually... No, let's just use Come Hither. I will kill them with Leper if this fails. But it didn't. Just Pistol Shot it. I'll just be focusing on the Shambler itself. For now, you just heal yourself. I will not use Anti-Venoms yet. There is no point yet to it. If it gets worse, I will. Crit again. A lot of bleed. Pretty nasty bleed. It's still okay though, still okay. Just do damage. That's kind of why you take Leper. Yes. Yeah, but that's the point though. Yes, it's very unpleasant to deal with, like with no movement skills and whatever, but yep. Stress 100. That's bad. Yep, that's a problem. You will need bandages at this point. So, try to kill it. Just kill it. Just kill it, that's the idea. One more hit. Please just use anti-venoms, use bandages as well. And then you cannot kill it, right? Yeah, so you should really just heal... Probably just heal the Highwayman, honestly. And ideally, you also at least heal the anti-venom, the blight stuff, and then try to kill it. Still need to kill those spores. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, that is true. Ridiculous. Ridiculous! I can heal him. I guess this one? Well, I cannot get to them, but I can come hither, one of them. Preferably this one. Hopefully kill it with leper later. Just heal him, yes. Maybe I should have used AoE heal, actually. One more hit. That's a good target. Oh, that's bad. Stress again.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism
Abusive.
or cowardice.
Yeah. So, just do some damage while you can. Yeah. He's almost dead, by the way, because of this thing. I'll need to kill it with the leper. In fact, I kinda need to do the come hither. That's really bad. Can I stun it? Not really. I will heal party. I still have my leper attack. No, I should kill it, I think. It's not even guaranteed that I will be able to kill it. Need to try. Leper might miss, that's the problem. And healing doesn't really accomplish much at this point anyway. Can withstand, potentially. No, I should hit it and then guaranteed being able to get to this thing. That's the worst possible target. Is he just dead? He might just be dead. Yeah, he's just dead.
In the pursuit of glory and gold.
Well then, we do win this fight though. No Highwayman anymore, but we do get another Bracer, another Crescendo box, and what is this? Plus Disarm chance, plus Scouting chance. Ooh, this is incredible. This is a much better version of the Seer Stone. Definitely was worth it overall. So, okay. Well, discard some of the stuff that I don't really need anymore. Get this stuff. And would I say this squad is usable? This fight didn't actually go as badly as it could have. It could have gone worse. It could have gone worse. And we still lost one character. So... I don't think I can consistently kill the Shambler with this setup. I can sometimes do it with no losses, but not consistently. And I don't think if I exchange this Leper for Man at Arms anything changes. I don't think so. Like, honestly, it would have been worse. If we just didn't get, like, a few crits at the right time, it would have been worse. And Man at Arms would not help me to deal more damage. In reverse, we would deal even less damage than that. So, yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't know. Don't really like the idea of this particular squad so far. I'm not sure if Houndmaster would help me, though. Maybe, maybe. Houndmaster potentially, instead of the Highwayman, would allow me to, with dog treats, to actually maybe put bleed on all of them. AoE bleed, like a couple of times, then those tentacles would die much quicker. Okay, I can dig that. Well, anyway, we do return to the city at this point, to the hamlet. I got all of the stuff, so let's go. What was this, by the way? Garbage. Okay, I see. This is a good thing, though. And two very rare trinkets as well, from which Crescendo box I can definitely use later.
The great ruins belong to us, and we will find whatever
Well,
secrets they hold.
that is a lot of money, but a lot of stuff that I will need to heal as well. Disease, Plotomania, and whatever else, really. This is actually really good. Second Wind, whatever.
Your soldiers' minds are mild.
Okay, overall it was successful, actually, despite losing the character. It was just level 3, and it definitely was worth it for the Shambler fight. I don't really have a lot of Highwaymen, though. But the good news is, as soon as we get rid of those level 3 quests, and we almost are completely done with them, I don't really need level 3 characters anymore. I can just use the single Highwayman that I have for the rest of the game, and it will be good enough. I just need to not lose him. Anyway, I guess that's where I'll cut it for now. And for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.